Yo, what's going on, everybody? And today I'm bringing you a guide slash build for Tetra. I am absolutely in love with this character already, and I've only been able to play it for a few hours. I come from playing Celeste as well as Bebo, so I actually felt really comfortable really quickly on the class, and I think that's why it plays very similar to both of those play styles. Keep in mind, I'm not the best at the game. I just started playing this game about 2 weeks ago, and I feel as if I have learned quite a bit really fast. And there's plenty of areas of improvement for myself, but I figured since the game just released and there's so many new players at it, that there is a lot of information that could be shared. So I'm just trying to do my fair share and share parts of the things that I've learned when I've played the game. Thank you so much for watching. If it helps at all, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. I have some gameplay footage in there as well, so you can see how I put it all together. And in the meantime, I really appreciate it, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Also, for the majority of the video, I call her Tetra because... Come on. You know? Where's Beast Boy? Next Hunter confirmed, Beast Boy? Terra's first ability is her Volcano Crusher, which is your right click, and if you hold your right click, you have this giant doom circle on the ground. The longer you hold that doom circle, the more damage that it does, as well as it stuns enemies in the middle of it. Now, something to keep in mind with this ability is while you're charging it, if you actually jump, you leap forward towards your destination, which covers quite a bit of ground, and this is really nice to use in some of the combos that she has. And her fourth level allows her to get a 250 HP shield whenever she hits a boulder or she hits an enemy. Her second ability is her Landslide, which is her evade. And just like every other type of evade in the game, there is some movement tech with it where you go right into your bird after using it. But there's something else about it as well, which I love, and it creates a rock that launches backwards or to wherever you're looking. So if you're getting chased and you're trying to get away from somebody, it's really nice to have the ability to turn around and chuck a rock at them and then continue running. And I also use this ability in plenty of the combos that the character has, but we'll go over the combos in a couple seconds here. And then her third ability is Rock Wave, where you spawn these rocks. A couple things to know about the rocks that you have is that if you jump up them, you actually get height without needing to do any additional movement abilities. So I can just jump up and create myself some height to get around walls, to get over certain terrain. And this is actually super useful in fights, as well as if I need to get away for some reason and there's a team chasing me, I could just climb up and then break the walls so that they can't, follow me. Your teammates can also interact with the walls as well. And as you've seen with the wall, if I attack the wall, it sends a specific chunk of the wall out into an area that causes damage to be done. If I were to hold a charge attack, you can actually send multiple of them at the same time. And as a matter of fact, if you get the direction right, you can actually throw all three of the wall blocks at somebody at the same time. This ability is used offensively, defensively, and overall supporting with the height advantage that you can get on it. I think the ability in its current state might be a bit too strong, and I'm sure that they're going to adjust some of those things as the character progresses and they get more feedback and data on it. But it's a lot of fun to play around. And then her ultimate is Terraform. Now, with Terraform, you can hold the alt and kind of choose the location that you want the wall to go, and it creates a massive wall that, just like your Q ability allows you to break the pieces, And then it also is usable off of regular terrain. So as you can see, my Q won't go into the void, but my alt will actually not only create land, but it'll allow me to go and break all of my blocks as well. And the land will stay there for a little bit, giving you some protection or whatever. And because her right click is a dunk, it's very nice to use your alt to create your own little area and dunk people as they're trying to get close to you. All in all, that is her ability. Next thing I'm going to do is we'll get into some gameplay footage that I had on stream and show you how I used her kit to win a game. I know that I'm not the best player in the game. I don't have the 7 million IQ that the people that have been playing this game for longer than 2 weeks have, but I feel like I actually grasped this game relatively quickly, and I think from somebody who is starting to play the game and wants to learn more about the characters and interactions, I feel like I have a pretty good idea as a new player to how the character plays for, you know, average folks. So the build that I like to play with her is actually a bruiser style. I like being able to initiate and get out very quickly and deal a lot of damage, but also be survivable. I mean, one of the things that is challenging when playing the game is if you play by yourself, you don't always get a healer, so making sure to prioritize, you know, survivability for myself allows me to carry my games a little bit better. I'm sure with a 3-stack, it probably changes my build quite a bit, but because I mostly play solo, the build that I chose to go with is like an Omnivamp attack speed, and I get an Essence Reaper, Rampage, Trigger Fingers, Gorger Talons, and then the Rocket High Tops. And then it's for my perks, I get Amplified Omnivamp, Ability Haste, Move Speed, 2% less damage for hunters nearby, and Heal Receptor. To be honest, I don't know if Heal Receptor works exactly, but I like to pretend it does, so I use it anyways. The reason why I like to go with Rampage is because even these little auto attacks out here actually stack your Rampage up quite nicely. So once you have enough Rampage, you can go in and start really taking advantage of that. The other thing that I like about Rampage at this level is it also, I have a level 2 version, so it stacks Omnivamp as well, and its HP percentage, so it goes really well with my Essence Reaper. The higher I get that stacked up, the more HP that I get, the stronger I essentially become into late game. And then I use the Gorger Talons for that 10% Omnivamp right off rip, and then the Trigger Fingers I use specifically to help me get Rampage off faster. Now Rampage also will go off if I hit with abilities, so I don't just have to auto attack. If I end up hitting a nice Q, it'll also give me the Rampage stack as well. So this is really the build that I've been playing around with, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit. The only thing that I would change from time to time is I would probably not take Rampage, and then I would end up taking Last Bite instead, just because of the Omnivamp that I'm already getting. It just helps either way. Either build is fine. I end up, like I said, going for my level 4 on my Volcano Crusher, which gives me the 250 shield. That also, anything on top of the Omnivamp that I get from attacking things from my level 2 grip also gives me Omnivamp shield. So this is my preferred build on her right now, but this is obviously subject to change, and you know, I'm curious to see what you guys build on her as well, so let me know in the comment section. With that being said, let's get into some gameplay footage so you guys can see how I play her. One of the things that I feel like I should note about Tetra is I feel like her early game is extremely strong. If you get that right click going early on and you can get that stun, it ends up taking over fights so fast, so quickly, and your walls themselves also just do an insane amount of damage early on. To give you that extra control over the battlefield early on makes a huge difference in these hot drop scenarios. And then again, this is one of my favorite combos, which I talked about. It is my shift into my right-click jump. There's so much ground covered. It is such an amazing engagement. One of the things that I wanted to make sure that I highlighted was the ability for Tetra to use her walls for elevation. I don't have to teleport or do anything to get over a wall. I just place my own wall down, and then I can kind of just walk up it, and then I can bird through just about anything to get any destination faster. Now, keep in mind again that Tetra also has a spike, just like a lot of the other melee champions, and I play for the spike at this moment really well. I even tell my team, hold on, I'm going to see if I can catch this team coming in, and I really just set up for the perfect spike, get the kill, and then get out. One of the nice things about having a hunter that has very good initiation is they also have very good disengage for the same reason. And I am able to disengage on a fight that I immediately got down on hard, and then I was able to come back in and not only secure the fight for the team, also reinitiate the fight as if we had control the whole time. One of my favorite ways to use Tetra's ult is to throw it off to completely separate me from the other team, and then I just hold my own angles while I'm targeting a specific person until I'm ready to go in and get the leap stun. Obviously I go down here, but my team inevitably gets away and brings us back up, but this is a moment where I enjoyed the way that I used my ult here to give me protection and offense at the same time. Now, fresh off a res, obviously, you're a target with the noise, and a Bebo comes out of absolutely nowhere, and I wanted to showcase the walls in this situation because they are extremely punishing if you are out of position. I simply just walled him off from being able to get out the same way he came in, and he's a free kill because of it. And the rest of this game, I end up using my wall like that a lot in securing fights, because you have two walls. You have your alt and you have your Q, and using them in ways like that is extremely beneficial to not only your damage output, because you can break them, but also your team aspect. It allows you to control the battlefield for your team in a lot of positive ways as well. And just showcasing again, I got over-aggressed by their Tetra, and I completely separated her from the fight with her team by just simply throwing a wall on the ground. And I almost take the L here, but unfortunately, I am just made different. And I get the crush, and we end up winning this fight as well. Another team coming right here. Tetra also has the ability to be played as a range damage dealer as well. It's not as efficient, but really, you're just looking to poke until you can initiate, and that's kind of how this whole fight goes down, is I'm just poking, waiting for my opportunity, and playing extremely patient until I find a victim, as you would say. And then I find a victim, and the initiation begins. And again, don't always rely on your walls for damage. You can also use them to block people from being able to escape your team. And keep in mind that your ultimate can work on open spaces into the void, and your Q cannot. So you can actually create terrain in the sky with your ult, but with your Q, it can only go around the edge of them. In this moment where I feel like there's so many teams fighting at the same time, Tetra really can take over a fight by just absolutely splitting the fight up in the way that benefits her team the most. As you can see here, I've isolated multiple people multiple times throughout this fight and ended up just absolutely pummeling everybody in the lobby in that one moment, because I can just split up the battlefield however I want to split it up. there's so much utility on Terra that it feels overwhelming to play against if you're not expecting it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully it was at least enjoyable. And, you know, hopefully you see me out there in the abyss. I mean, I'm playing the game quite a bit recently. I'm loving it. If you want to stop by and say hi, I stream 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. My Twitch name is my character's name right here. And then obviously if you're watching this video, I stream on YouTube as well, horizontally and vertically. So come by, say hi. If you ever see me playing Supervive, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again so much for watching the video. Give me a like. A little bit of likes would make me feel so happy. Thank you so much, boys. And until next time, peace.